Hey guys, I'm really excited. Today I've got my Razer Core X eGPU enclosure, and I have been thinking about getting this for a while for my MacBook Pro, the one with the 5500M graphic card. It's got a 4 GB graphic card with it, and I wanted to get this, and I wanted to try external graphic cards in this day and age. Middle of October, past middle of October, today's 16th and 2020. I personally don't think that eGPUs are the way to go at the moment because they have Thunderbolt 3. Thunderbolt 4 is already out on some laptops. They will be out on these enclosures as well. That's a lot faster and would stop the bottleneck from happening a lot less. There'll be a bottleneck, but it won't be as bad as the 40 gigabits that Thunderbolt 3 offers for the transfer rate, and also it goes to 20 when you're going back to the computer as well. So I'll be testing it out onto an external display, and I'll be using I'm going for a 5700 XT at the moment, but I'm going to wait and see what AMD does on the 28th and see from there. All right, without further ado, let's get this unboxing started. All right, first things first, let's get this bit open. Okay. Comes in a really sturdy box as well, I have to say, if I can show you guys what it looks like. So that's the sides, and it's quite heavy as well. And the front is the bag. Okay, right, let's get back into it. So I'm gonna open these first, the flaps. Looks really nice, to be honest. Okay, so we've got this little box with it. So let's give this a look, what it is. Okay, so that's the power cable and a USB-C connection. So this will be connecting to your laptop. Have been sitting here, and I've got a massive deal on this. It went on sale for $484, I think, off the top of my head. So it's got the manuals in here as well. So $484, and just a little bit more than that, like something cents. So that's just basically teaching you how to put the graphic card in there and things like that. I wouldn't be powering anything except for the laptop, because it has 100 watts to the laptop. For the MacBook Pro 16-inch, it's got a 96 watt wall adapter. So this will be fantastic for that. It'll power that easily. I won't be running any SSDs or hard drives off it. Simply, it'll just slow it down. I want the eGPU to have the maximum power. And what I'll do is probably run, I've got my MacBook sitting on some coolers, and I'll run them. Okay, so you get the Razer stick as well. That's pretty cool. All right. So just the book and the cabling. There's nice cabling in here. Just a normal cable, which is good to see. Nothing fancy that later on it'll have issues. If you have an issue, then you can't find it, and you've got to play an arm and a leg for it. So that is looking really good. Okay, let's get back into this. Thinking of what's the best way of taking this out without destroying the box. What I might do is just flip it, and then I take it out that way. Okay. All right. There you go, guys. Okay, so that's the eGPU there. All right. It's not that heavy once you've opened it up. Okay. Oh, that felt a bit heavy. Okay, so that's basically the eGPU. Let's go in a bit closer. Okay, so we've zoomed in a little bit. So let's give this. Oh, that's really stretchy. It's nice. Has a really nice soft feel to it. It doesn't feel like the cheap plasticky ones you get on phones, especially on the iPhone. I'm really excited about this. It's quality build. Like, I like Razer. They build their stuff with pride. That's what you want to see, especially on something that you're spending so much cash on. All right, so that's the front grille. Doesn't look like it's anything goes through this, but I'll like to investigate that. Okay, so that's the GPU size guide there. Okay, so let's look at the back. So this is where everything will be happening. Okay, it's got a power switch, which is awesome. So you can just power it off from here instead of mucking about with everything. USB-C port, so straight into it. Okay, and that's how easy it is to take it out. How good is that? Okay, so there's stuff in there as well. Let me get the enclosure out of the way. There's nothing more in the enclosure. So that's basically it. Very neat, very tidy. I like it. And I needed to show you guys this as well. It's got a really nice rubbery bit underneath as well to make sure that it doesn't scratch your desk. This would definitely be going under the desk for me. Well, if you've got good floors. So that's how the hinge works. If you can see that bit there moving, so it just clamps. How good is that? So these are just to keep it safe. All right, so probably a good idea if you're going to move it around to make sure that you put this back in there. So when you're moving your GPUs around, I reckon take out the card and just move it around then. So these are the internals. So straight off you'll see a power thing to it. So that off the top of my head, so 650 watts is the max, and I think the 5700X just needs about 300, just under 300, 2 something. So this will be more than sufficient for that. Okay, so it's got only one card slot, which is quite disappointing. They've made a beautiful case. I would have loved to be able to do AMD Crossfire with this, or SLI. I think SLI is dead, but this would have been really good. So it's got a massive fan over there just to help keep the case cool, and it's got all the power bits here as well. It's got a PCIe Express slot there for the graphic card, obviously, and that's basically it. It's pretty straightforward, not too shabby. I like it, how simple, strong and sturdy it feels. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for sticking around till the end. I'll be bringing the review in about a month's time when I get a external graphic card to test out on this. So all of this, by the way, is funded by myself, hence it being unbiased. So it's not biased by like, so if Razer funded this, I'd be biased to give them a good review. Okay, so I fund them myself. So what you can do is you can support us by going onto our Patreon account. Okay, we've got a $3 per month pledge and a $25. With the 25 one, you get a free shirt. Okay, an awesome, beautiful shirt where you've got your colors and you can wear them with pride. If you can't support us with $3 financially or 25, what you can do is give this a like. That helps shares it around, and also subscribe to our channel, and that helps out a lot as well. And possibly comment and let me know what you think about it and what you'd like to see reviewed as well. All right, thanks for sticking around to the end. Hopefully you enjoyed this and my review. Thank you.